Welcome back, everybody. Me with my perhaps poorly chosen hat. We'll see. Once again, we're here with Dailies by Daylight, and we have a clown daily. Hit 4 intoxicated survivors. Now, firstly, unlike with Ghostface and most killers actually, I have in fact 30 levels on clown. That is the bare minimum that I needed to get to Bamboozle, and then Pop Goes the Weasel showed up in the shrine. That's the only reason I have those. I don't really have much interest in Coloraphobia, but I guess maybe there's a potential circumstance where it's useful. The main issue I have here is more ideological than anything else. We'll get into that, probably. So, running a fairly basic standard kind of build here, our job here is to hurt people, and that's about it. Keep them hurt. So if they don't have Ruin down, then they're going to be suffering a 4% regression on their generators. If they're injured, we can see them healing out to a 24-meter range. Our terror radius, however, is 32 meters, so they'll know that we're seeing them there. We also have Fanatophobia, so survivors receive an action speed penalty of 3.5% to a max of 14 for each injured, dying, or hooked survivor. Doesn't include dead. Imagine, though. And we have Bamboozle 1, which is the main reason I actually got to leveling him up anyways, because I got very, very sick of double window loops. And we are running the Thick Cork Supper to decrease our reload time, and we are running Flask of Bleach to apply the hindered effect to our targets. Now, what I could do with is increasing the effect duration, because that's going to be the major thing for getting our intoxication hits. After that, though, we ideally want to make sure that we just have, like, throwing speed, but reload is the major thing, I guess, that we're going to be kind of remotely wounded for. But that will slow them down, and that will make sure they stay slower for longer. And as before, because I leveled this guy up before even the double blood hunt, we in fact only have a survivor pudding. So here we go. How long is this going to take? I was literally just seeing how far I could get for a Wikipedia article. And so there was 5 minutes. Okay, Mr. Fairfield Dwight, do you have any allies? For the love of God, tell me please yes. Okay, we've got Jangief, Aryan, and Kenneting. Jangief, of course, famously the brother of Zangief from Street Fighter. Hooray! What are we picking? Points, 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 and of course points. So, yeah, not terribly surprising there. Okay, Macmillan Estate. Shelter Woods might prove a good map for this. And after playing Ghostface so often fairly recently, I might be a little bit out of practice for playing killers with a terror radius. We'll find out. Should really be poisoning you first, but, you know. Hello, Dwight. You're gonna... Finally. Thank you. Pretty sure that meant I actually hit him dead on, but what do you expect, really? Mistake. At least now I have time to reload. Come along then, FD. Now, the load times for survivors are lower compared to killers right now, but still ain't magnificent, it has to be said. Right. So as long as I'm dominating here quite nicely, why do I not like the clown? Why do I not like the killer that's just basically based on, like, Ted Bundy? as I say, it is dominantly just ideological. I don't have terribly many qualms with his gameplay. His gameplay itself is it's relatively solid. Being able to apply status effects at range and AoE, being able to like, just test locations like that. Yeah, I understand that. That's fine. It's not quite as potent as the Huntress. He doesn't have any option to apply like actual damage through his bottles. He can, of course, apply the exposed effect if you use the top tiers, which, you know, relatively, we expect that. If the second she comes off that hook, we're going to be losing our totem there, no doubt. So we want to make sure that she goes down and stays down. If we can find her. And we did! Well then, Zangief. I'm sorry, but you have borne witness to my Oh. Well. I could have gone with Kate, but honestly you were the better target at that stage. It's worth noting. Just for the sheer purpose and reason that Kate left and you didn't. God, you get so much speed. So much speed with that extra hinder. I'm loving it. And if there'd been somebody around here... Oh... I was just saying, if there'd been somebody around here, you could have pallet slammed. And you got so close. And I'm completely blind. But that didn't work out well. Hey, they got a gen. Hooray. Doesn't matter too much now, they do always get the... Why throw that one? Okay. They always get the hatch now, but, you know. That was just unwise. I can see why you were doing that, but that was just unwise. Of course, unfortunately, now you too must die. Thus always to totems. Sic semper totemus? But yeah, I don't have much issue with the mechanics of Kenneth the Clown. Kenny, I guess. But I do really not like him as an individual. And you might wonder, well, lying, you're playing a game as a killer main. Like, all of these people are, in some cases, quite literal monsters. Why do you single out the clown? Well, because Kenneth is a very particular kind of monster. A kind of monster that we deal with very much... Apparently I've got an achievement, yay! Very much in the real world. And now I need to grab this guy before he gets to the hatch. Very much in the real world, and very much people we have actual records of. The kind of monster representing by the clown is not the least bit strange to us. And he's a straight-up sexual predator. Like, I've had people counter that assessment of the clown by saying, well, you know, it doesn't mention sexual pleasure anywhere in his, like, actual backstory, and the answer is none of them do. Including Freddy, the canonical child molester. So I don't take that as much point. So I don't like playing clown, because he's too close to reality, really. I don't like him. That's why I don't like the clown. So, I got him to level 30 and I have no intention whatsoever of taking him any higher, because I don't like playing him. I have more fun with Freddy, because Freddy, whilst a child molester, is very much outside of the realm of reality, because Freddy is a dream demon. Kenny the Clown is just Kenny the Clown. But that's me. That's a personal thing. I can understand why they included him, I can understand why they chose the particular sources that they did. Just doesn't sit too well with me. That's it. But anyways, we got our daily. Hurrah, hurrah. What a free. Whoa, where? FD was a rank 8. FD was the first person in. They loaded in alone. Okay, thank you, matchmaking. We're at 330,000 points. I'll be sinking those into people other than the clown. Catch you next time.